I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes
tonight. Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. Niall is making a this could get entertaining. Paul just met Charles, and this is brilliant. But no, we are here for the weekly review show. Basically, unless you're a City or Arsenal fan, your team sort of really put you in the mud this week. Kenny, Argyle had a late penalty in the 92nd minute. Conor Grant put it in the back of the net. I don't know if he wants, if you want him to show Bruno how to take a composed penalty. Just asking. Obviously, I know that Bruno's is still at NASA space station. So if you do find the ball, guys, then you need to send it back down to planet Earth. Yeah, Bruno probably should be sold for that.
Yeah,
Wolf is loving it.
This has got off to a start, hasn't it?
It has. I'm hoping that Brighton win today.
I mean, the anti-United chat just put out there. It was the elephant in the room, and it just do you know what I mean? Every time, and then he comes in, he comes into school the next day, and he's like, "Oh, I was on your podcast last night." Oh yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? He's probably texting me now. I mean, he's sound, but if Reece, if you want to come on here and shave me face, you're more than welcome. But we probably won't.
We're gonna have a full blown. But we're not speaking of anime. Velv, shut up.
No, Reece is speaking Japanese. Sometimes.
I don't really know.
You know what? We don't even have to talk about Reece, to be honest. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Premier League.
Let's talk about the Premier League, shall we? Damn, looks like Bruno's penalty ball knocked out Kenny's electricity. And Wolf has one.
I don't know why I'm laughing, to be honest. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Wolf has just
because it was the worst penalty taken this season.
Oh, it was, and to compound it, a League One player had a penalty in the same minute, and we put ours in the back of the net. So I know who I would prefer on penalties. It's not Bruno. I was about to say Fernandes, but he can't.
But he doesn't. He doesn't deserve that anymore.
I was going to call him
penalty this season.
Thailand? No, that don't really work. Think of a name that we can rename Bruno. Huh? Coming from you.
Yeah.
A United fan? Are you joking? You had like 19. You had 19 of them last season. But let me share my screen because we're going to get straight into it. And now I have left the United game till quite late on because I just want to compound the misery for Kenny just an even bit more. But I'm sure we'll all go sit here and laugh at Kenny. Well, more laugh at Arsenal. No, United. Which could be the new Arsenal, to be fair. I'm
not mad at that.
Same thing, isn't it?
Kenny,
do you think that
weekly review?
I pick a team to banter on a Monday, and I've decided that Kenny is my prey today.
Great, I'm going to join in with that. I enjoy that thoroughly. Great.
It's all about United today.
I just need to get me popcorn.
Kenny, did you know that you and us, as in United and Argyle, have won the same amount of trophies in the last 4 years? Actually, that's a lie because Argyle got a trophy for getting promotion to League One. So actually, Argyle have had more trophies than you in the last 4 years.
That is embarrassing.
And
That is
my
embarrassing.
and the best bit is my manager is Scouse. So you know,
Oh,
my allegiances are my
What a day.
he, not only is he a Scouse, but he's also a Liverpool fan. So my allegiances are slowly dwindling over to them. But where are we starting? Well, we are starting in Liverpool, but it's actually the Blues of Liverpool that we're going to start in. It's Everton.
just skip this,
Yes,
Niall.
indeed.
It's like it's not compulsory.
Got a relevant team then.
Yeah,
Let's just
there's
Do we actually
there's
have to
definitely
talk
one
about this game?
Well, no, not really, but we're going to briefly touch on all of them.
I mean, it's a
But-
decent win for Everton. Like, I mean, at
Yeah.
home, I had to drive.
If they
through-
hadn't have beat them, I'd be like, it's embarrassing if you don't beat them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No,
I know. To be honest, so I mean, I didn't watch it personally, but I know
No.
it's still a decent win for them. I mean,
Yeah, I want to talk
fair play.
briefly. I want to briefly talk about Norwich, 'cause I know we all know they're going down, but I've
Yeah.
got an interesting question, right? If they sack Daniel Farke in the hope that they try and avoid relegation, that's one way. Or they keep Daniel Farke knowing that he can get them out of the Championship with great ease. What do they do? Do they sack him? Do they keep him?
I
'cause that's
think
the
we
thing.
can look at West Brom last season, can't we? Who got rid of
Mm.
Slaven Bilic and then brought in Sam Allardyce, who didn't
Yeah.
even keep them up. I mean, the thing is with managers, you've got to have a project with managers, even if they maybe don't do well. I think Norwich have done well to keep hold of Daniel Farke. They haven't done, they haven't done well, Chelsea are different because obviously they're at the top, but I mean they haven't like got rid of the manager as soon as success dwindles. They've done well. They've trusted in him, and he's got them back up. I think it's all. I mean, he is a good manager. I think he's a good manager, and I mean he's had that project of Norwich for a while now, for a good few years. I mean, he could well keep them up. To be fair, I hope they stay up. I don't mind Norwich. I like Norwich, to be honest. I've sometimes I feel a bit bad on the fans, like yo-yoing from the Championship to the Premier League. But it looks like they've got something going with Daniel Farke now, and hopefully he does well for them. Hopefully he gets them over the line this season for the second chance.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, if they get relegated again, that might be a different question. Then the questions will be raised whether he's the one to take them to that next step.
Well, it would probably be the manager to take him back up to Premier League and then just sack him as he lifts up the Sky Bet Championship. just as he gets promotion, you're fired. Why?
Yeah.
You're not Premier League proven. But I don't know. I would sort of agree with that. Does anyone have a different viewpoint on that? Do you all think that Norwich should keep Daniel Farke, or does anyone think that they should twist and get rid and bring in someone new?
No, keep him.
What was that,
They
Velv?
should keep him.
Velv saying sack him. Okay, so you.
Yeah, well, Velv's a delusional fan. Like, he's
but
just delusional.
Let Velv explain. So, Velv, why would you sack Daniel Farke?
It's just due to if you look at the talent that Norwich have, you've got Timu Pukki, striker, Todd Cantwell, Max Arians, the centre back Brandon Williams also joined on loan, and Billy Gilmore. Yeah. They should be doing better where they are. They should not be conceding 5 goals, and then he's keep on starting Hanley, who's an awful centre back. You can't have him as a leader at the back and expect to stay up in the Prem. You can't keep going up and down. You need to eventually stay in the Prem at one time if you want to keep these players, because evidently you're going to lose these players if you don't.
I'm not going to use this as an excuse, but maybe you could think about how financially able they are to compete in the Premier League, because obviously the money hierarchy in the Premier League now is it doesn't favour the relegated club. But as Niall, I'm about to assume what he said, which I'm not always the best at, but obviously they get parachute payments, which can benefit them a lot coming back up into the Premier League, which Championship fans not a lot
Those
of them agree
parachute
with.
payments. Well, we won't get into parachute payments, but I'm dead against them for one simple reason. Look at Derby right now. That is all from parachute payments. But look, I do hear that. But I do think they are likely to lose the likes of Max Aarons, Todd Cantwell next season. So maybe having someone else different. Sup,
Wondering
Bruno?
what
Calm
that
down.
was, to be honest.
It's Charles' dog. He's called Bruno Fernandez because he's in a fat ass mood. He can be called. He can be called Bruno when he's behaving.
Yeah.
What, Bruno Mars?
Can't. No. We'll call it Bruno when he's behaving. Fernandez when he's acting like a little bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna tune into the United show this week, and just see what goes on between.
Well, I've got to be nice in there.
Yeah.
We just need a Villarreal win tomorrow. Then the
That's
Villarreal win.
fucking getting fucked.
I know.
Hashtag cringe humour.
I know, it's brilliant.
By
What
the way,
weekend of
Trent
footy United
is
losing men's and women?
That's fine.
Kante who costed France the Euros.
Well, why would you have that as a username? You know what I mean? It's not. There's not.
It's okay. I've literally just timed them out for basically the whole show. Congratulations.
By the way, I didn't make anyone more. I didn't make
only guilty people say that. Only guilty people say that.
Parachute payments stop once you get re-promoted. Oh, okay. Yeah. But it still helps them when they go down for that season, doesn't it?
Who's this?
United have not won a game in a week. Velv, stop barking. I know it's 2021, but stop barking for fuck's sake. But no, it should be an interesting one. And United are playing on Wednesday. We'll be doing a watch along for that, and I hope I can banter them again. But moving on.
If you want to banter them,
this game and this one
they lost in men's football, but they also lost in women's football 6-1.
No, 6-1.
Who against?
Chelsea women's.
Chelsea, obviously.
Did they actually?
To be fair,
they actually did.
To be fair, that is sort of to be expected. I mean, Chelsea and Man City dominate women's football at the moment. United,
do you know what?
Barely even let United barely let their women have a toilet, let alone actually be a competitive team.
They did get one goal, but it basically went from Kirby to Harder to Kerr ×2. Then Jessie Fleming got her first goal of the season and Drew Spence.
Didn't Ollie lock the toilets so women can't use toilets at Carrington?
What?
Did you?
That'd be a scandal if that actually happened.
But read Casey Stoney. She spoke to the media. It was back when she left. And I'm pretty sure she said that the toilet facilities at Carrington were locked when the men weren't there.
What?
I'm not even joking. Go Google it.
What a dickhead.
I mean, you'd understand if it was a men's, wouldn't you? But if it's the women's as well.
Oh, I just searched out Ollie Lock's toilet.
I mean, you don't. It's not even justifiable. Like locking them. Like
it's not justifiable.
It's just a mutual thing, isn't it? You just don't walk into the bathroom.
Maybe it wasn't Ollie, but I did hear that the facilities were locked or something. I don't know really. Mustafa says David Moyes, please come back to United. Lanzi says my former right back converted to a striker. This is true. Talking of them, Leeds, they've had a tough start to the season. Kenny, is this second season syndrome setting in?
I mean, honestly, this is the mind of a wizard by me, isn't it? I mean, I said that we finished 20th. Where are they going to finish 20th? But for Leeds, I think, of course, as I said last week, I think it was that there's 4 games coming up, which I think we'll know after that whether they'll be actually in the relegation battle or not. I think it's actually starting next week. And they've got Southampton.
Wolf says, I bet you're Ollie locked Donny in the toilet at least once. That'll be when Donny's asking to play a game. Ollie's like, oh, just go into the toilet, Donny. Locked. Where's Donny gone? Oh, he's gone AWOL. Right, he can't play tomorrow.
Hamstring injury.
Oh,
Gabby, why did you just tweet that?
I have no idea. I try not to think about it. But Paul, what about you? Leeds, is this second season syndrome hitting him?
I mean, it's too. I think it's too early to tell, to be honest. I mean, there's definitely no underestimating Leeds as a team. I think like last season they've done really, really well. They've got a great manager. They've got a great team overall. I think it's probably just a tough start. I don't see them getting relegated. I'd be very surprised if Leeds were relegated this season, because the caliber of the team overall, I don't think it's. I think it's enough to stay up. Definitely, they're just obviously going through a bit of a rough patch. But I mean, as I think Velv was trying to just said that they've got Watford, then Southampton, then Wolves. I think that'll give us a better idea of what to maybe expect. But I mean, I'd say if they get like at least two wins out of them, and
Norwich after Wolves.
Yeah, no, they've got Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and then they've got Norwich. Yeah. I mean, like that. You could call that an easy, not an easy few matches coming up, but ones that, especially at home, you should be winning. Maybe with the exception of Wolves.
I would agree. Chris says, please don't put Kenny and Wizards in the same sentence. That's disrespectful to Wizards.
It's true.
I'll go to you next about West Ham though. Top six. Can West Ham break into a top six again this season? I mean, if we look, top four might be a bit of a push. There's two spots, right? 5th and 6th. And for me, no team is guaranteed to fit in them. Leicester look dodgy, obviously, without Fofana. Spurs and Arsenal, I don't even need to go into that. West Ham, can they realistically do it again?
Yeah, I mean, you missed out the part about Jamie Vardy getting own goals again, but we won't talk about that so much.
Well, I was going to talk about that when we get onto Leicester.
I think it's possible for West Ham to do it. Like last year they played a really good game and they got what they wanted. This year, I don't think it's that out the question to get 5th or 6th. I think this season the top 4 obviously is not always sealed. You never know. Like, yes, you could predict right now who's your top 4, but you don't know with injuries and everything else.
I'm going Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Brighton.
I mean,
Brighton are losing at the moment.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Liverpool.
Brighton are clear of Manchester United.
I think that West Ham can definitely, with the team they've got, get top 6. It's not even an issue.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Brighton. What about you, Velv? West Ham, top 6. Is it a possibility?
Yeah, I think they have a good. Like, if you look at all the teams below, like West Ham, I don't think their squad is good enough to be challenging for top 6. I think West Ham, and you have to give credit to the players and David Moyes. They both worked it out, and then easily cement themselves in top 6. I think the real test will be later on in the season, depending on how far they get in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Because
I said that on. I said that on Munsey Talks Premier League. I was there. Big up to them. Big up to the guys over there. But yeah, I said similar about how it'll be interesting to see what they do later on in the season and how that goes as Bruno is violating Shao on camera. Sure. Oh, I thought Bruno was still there.
Yeah, he was. I've just taken him off me. Thanks. No.
Bruno, are you violating Charles again? You naughty boy. Bruno got horny. But moving on, Max, West Ham.
Yeah, moving on.
6. Top 6. Can they do it?
I'd say they can. The season they had last year was obviously pretty good to say the standard we were expecting. He's had it again. And the season they've started off, it wasn't the greatest start. We can all know that. But this game, there was 35 attempts on goal in each from both altogether. They did go behind as they didn't have the better chances, but they did turn it round, and the way they turned the last season round was very good. So if they can't get top 6 this season, especially with Antonio and the likes of Rice and Ben Rama, maybe even counting Bowen, it is very possible, but it all depends on how the form goes and how the form sticks.
Paul, if you haven't noticed, Bruno is the Let's Talk Premier League mascot. We hired the dog. But moving on, the first big game we're talking is Liverpool. They drew 3-3 with. I know, right?
Yeah, let's talk about this. Let us talk about this match.
Charles, 1 minute, Charles, because we'll get to your game in a bit. But
that's cool. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go.
0 shots on target.
To be honest,
I'm sorry. Throughout the Chelsea watch-along, Velv down here, that dickhead down here, was slagging my team off, was pure slagging my team off, being like, haha, we've got nothing to worry about. It's Brentford. Come at me now, dickhead. Where are you now? What are you doing at?
Okay.
Just to clarify, this is only aimed at Velv. This is only aimed at Velv.
Brentford staying up.
Now I sort of understand it a bit more. But I want to go to Paul first on this one. Being a Liverpool fan, that makes sense. Paul, what happened with your defence on Saturday night? Because
do you know what?
confusing.
I was looking back. I've been watching the highlights back because when I was in the pub, I was in the pub with my dad watching it. Big up to my dad right now. But I was watching it with it. I was watching it with him in there, and obviously when you're in that kind of atmosphere, you just care about winning. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't always handle that. Anyways, that isn't the point. So I've watched it back, and I mean they were bombarding that far post. I mean, we were outnumbered on that far post, and that's where they scored twice. If you look at the free kick, and then the one from the one that was cleared off the line by Trent, but was already about 2 miles over. But I mean, overall, fair play to Brentford. I thought they really take the game to us. They didn't just lie down and squirm. You know what I mean? They took the game to us. They didn't falter, and I think that's what you want as a promoted side. That's what you want to do. You want to send a message to other clubs saying I'm not one to be messed with. And unfortunately, they did that against Liverpool. I thought maybe we should have finished a chance or two. It just looked as if it just wasn't our day. I don't think. I mean, it nearly was, but we just didn't. We didn't deserve to win. I don't think. I mean, credit to Brighton. We really. I mean, I can say this from a biased Liverpool point of view, but I mean this from a fan that wants their team as champions, as champions elect. I think Liverpool, they should be going out and disposing of these type of teams on paper. Although there's always sides of Brentford. There's always the other team's sides. I mean, we had the chance there to go 3 points clear. I think at the top 3 points clear, and we didn't. I mean, that was the perfect opportunity. That was a perfect opportunity, really. We were top of the league without even playing, and with City winning, it's just a missed opportunity. And I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried. All I'm saying is I'm disappointed.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Velv, obviously, what about you? What did you think of the game?
It was an entertaining game. But it's frustrating because either though could have gone either way, the chances we had should have been put away. I said that yesterday. Arrogance from the forward line. Like when you're winning 3-2, just get that goal cushions. Don't be arrogant with it, and then it will evidently cost us, and it did. Fair play to Brentford. They fought back and rightfully deserved the points. But it's just one of those games where it won't happen again. Like the defensive, because just like they crossed the ball, like hit the second goal, hit the crossbar, came back to the thing and went in. It was
He
just like
exploited Trent, didn't he? I thought they exploited that right back position. I think it was too much to handle for Trent,
it is
and
not Trent's fault.
that isn't underestimating Trent. I think that's just tactically a good plan from Brentford. I mean, if you look at that set piece goal, that's been practiced in training. No one can tell me that hasn't been practiced. It's good. That's a perfect example. They bombard in, like, where Trent is, and they score. Fabinho maybe should have done better, but did Fabinho even know he was behind him? He should have looked behind him.
Yeah.
You could put that to the defense, but I mean, I could go on and say we didn't do this, we didn't do that, but I mean, Brentford made that defense. I mean, it definitely could have been better, couldn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did sort of make you. They did sort of make your defense look like it was a Sky Bet Championship defense.
What's worse?
I wasn't shocked by Brentford.
We shouldn't be doing that at Brentford.
No.
We should be just going out there, getting a win, going home. We shouldn't even be thinking about it. Again, no. Again, I'm contradicting myself. Here because Brentford played well. This is from Liverpool point of view.
Ravi makes a good point, though, that we can't sleep on teams like Brentford. They are a good team, and obviously I watch a lot of the Championship, a lot of League One, League Two. Brentford are the real deal.
No, exactly.
Wolf,
they are.
Wolf
I'm
says,
just
I
talking from
can't
like
sleep on them. Yeah, no, I hear you. We have City next Sunday, and if we don't concentrate, we'll be in big trouble.
Well, there's problems with that because Trent. I don't know what happened to him. He's not traveling with the squad. He's out.
For your game again. What, for both games, or for just Champions
We don't
League?
know because he said they weren't fit enough to travel with Porto, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, so he'll probably rotate and save some of the players for Sunday. Wolf, you'd sleep in Brentford Stadium. Stadium looks pretty nice. Don't mind sleeping there.
I mean, it's not exactly a hotel.
No, but the
not quite,
there
but
was very good.
It does look like a lovely stadium. I won't lie.
It does, though. It really does.
Charles, let's go to you because we did a watch along. If I'm correct for this, you were there for that, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Charles, the thing with Charlotte is I never know when she's appearing on the watch along. She'll just be like, "I'm there." I'll be like, "Okay." So I don't know I don't know what she watches with me or what she doesn't. But Charlotte, what was your thoughts on this one? So I was just watching Kirkuela nearly take out Conor Gallagher. Well, when I say nearly, I mean absolutely. When I say nearly, I mean absolutely bulldozer cunt.
But IU. That's the point.
Oh, that miss was shocking. But yeah, Shal, what were your thoughts on Brentford Liverpool?
76 minutes.
Was Shal frozen?
Yeah, Shal froze. Her face right now, though. Her face right now is class.
Let's just skip.
Someone's screenshot that and put it onto his bike. Stop.
Thank you.
Just
got a photo of that. Max. Charles is not there at the moment. Drunk Charles tearing Velv apart.
It was the heavens above. No, Charles, you're not going to be bantering Liverpool tonight.
But Max, talk to me about this game.
I mean, as Paul and Velv have said, very end-to-end game. 16 shots for us, 12 shots for them. That just shows Brentford do not give up. And Ravi said we shouldn't sleep on them. Yeah, Wolf is saying, "Oh, yeah, I can." No, you not even United can with the way they're playing.
I think Wolf was meaning it as a joke, Max.
Oh, that Brighton fan is our esteemed company. Jesus.
But yeah, very entertaining game. We dominated possession, but the fact that we couldn't defend that last goal. The second goal was obviously very lucky for them, the way it rebounded back. But they did deserve at least a point from that, if not all three, because they fought back. They always fight till the end like you should. And I don't even know where they are, but they deserve to be staying up at this point with the way they perform in game after game. They've got 9 points from 6 games, which isn't bad, sitting in ninth. Very, very close game. It just depends on how they perform in other games. But once again, a very good game from Brentford, and really, really can't wait to see what they bring out against United and other teams like that.
No, I agree with you, Max.
What about you, Kenny? What did you make of the game?
I thought Brentford were actually really, really good. The one time Ivan Toney actually bring the shooting reach is offside, of course. So I thought Brentford had won it, and then of course it's just offside. But yeah, I thought this is an example of a side who a lot of people are sleeping on, and to completely do something against these big sides. I mean, Leeds last season, they at home they got draws in all the games, but normally they never really got points against sides like Liverpool. They lost to them 4-3, I think, in one of the games. I don't know what the other score in the other game.
4-3?
Carabao Cup or something, wasn't it?
No, sorry, they gone through.
I don't know. But yeah, Kenny, carry on.
Because they won 7-0.
What?
Kenny, carry on.
So Brentford, they're a very scary side. I think they could easily sneak into the top 10 if they do carry on this good attacking form. I thought the defense was a bit shambolic at times, but I mean, of course, Jones, you can't stop that, can you? It's an absolute rocket, and Curtis Jones, who looks like a good youngster, I'm excited for England. No, not for Liverpool, but I'm excited for England. For his future, because I think he'll be a very good
Kenny's
player.
a Liverpool fan, confirmed.
I meant for England, man.
I was really impressed with Curtis Jones, though. I thought he had a brilliant game. I mean, that goal, although it was deflected, I thought he went for it and he was rewarded. I mean, it was like Gabriel Jesus against Chelsea the other day. But I mean, yeah, I was definitely someone for the future. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Charles, before we move on, give me your quick thoughts on the Brentford-Liverpool game.
Yeah, Liverpool failed massively. Brentford did an absolutely great job of making Liverpool look like an easy team. Problem is Liverpool had this issue last season, and it's the smaller teams that cause them more issues than the bigger teams. And this is Liverpool's issue for the last season as well, and now this season. The smaller clubs, the ones that they think are going to be, well, I'm not saying the players, but a lot of the fans think are going to be easy, actually make it really hard work for them. Like, let's not forget Aston Villa 7-2, because I haven't forgotten that one. Now it's Brentford 3-3.
Was it Watford? Was it Watford that ended their streak when they
3-0,
won the title? So there is sort of
love and tax.
You can say that, but what I'm saying is there is sort of don't know who the fuck is talking, there is a pattern that the likes of Watford, Brentford, and any sort of team you face that season did cause.
Crystal Palace as well. Crystal Palace.
I thought last season was just a bit of a. I'm not gonna write last season off as we weren't our best, but I mean we had quite an imbalanced side. I thought, like midfield and defence. I mean they did the smaller teams. They caused us problems, and they caused us problems because they knew how to shut us out, and that was by staying compact and getting every man behind the ball and just soaking it up. And fair dues to those teams, but I mean the way Brentford played, they didn't play like that. I thought they had intent. They played with real quality.
It's probably why you both won. Both scored 3 goals and drew 3-3 because you both do have that sort of intensity about you. It is very rock and roll.
Fair dues to Brentford.
Yeah, I know. Brentford definitely deserved a point. They really did deserve a point,
100%. This game, Ravi says this game was decent. Thought Burnley were going to win. They look good. Burnley always look good. Has Virgil van Dijk fully recovered from injury? Yes, he has. But he's still, I think, gaining match sharpness, to be honest with you. But moving
I don't
on
think
to
Van
Leicester
Dijk had a
Burnley.
bad game.
I still think he definitely, there were definitely elements he could have done a lot better. And I just think it's match sharpness, and that comes with, playing games. And don't forget, this is a man who has barely played a game, he hasn't played a game for, 10 months? So, of course, it's going to take him a bit of time to get used to it.
It wasn't his finest game, was it?
No.
Jamie Vardy came to party.
I was about to say that. Not that literally, but Leicester, Jamie Vardy got a hat-trick, actually. 2 in the Burnley.
I know, phenomenal first goal. First goal.
Yes.
The first goal was one of his best goals this season in his own net. It was beautiful to watch him fail so miserably. Sucks to be you, dickhead.
Kante, the PE teacher, is finished, says Mustafa. Incredible. Wolf says Vardy. Ravi says no. Burnley eat wood and nails. They do. They are one heck of a club, that's for sure. But Leicester defensively, how much are they missing for Fofana and Johnny Evans as a partnership?
They're missing him a lot. Is it still who is about Vestergaard and Soyuncu? Soyuncu is the guy, man.
Vestergaard and Soyuncu.
Soyuncu is he is, I don't know what happened to this guy, man. There were times where I remember Liverpool fans were saying, we should get him. I was like, no, we'll wait and see it. But he has disappointed me a lot. He hasn't been the same, and it's possibly due to Johnny Evans carrying him in that defense. But I just want to say a thing about Leicester. I want to get into all of the rival fans who told me that Leicester will replace Liverpool in top 4 this season. I'm like, are you mad? When did this come from? You literally had the chest to say this. Leicester will replace Liverpool.
To be honest, I haven't heard that at all. I'm not writing them off by saying that, but
by any chance,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard that either.
By any chance, was it Sonny? Because I know he says ridiculous shit.
Oh no, Sonny said. I saw the recent string. He said, it wasn't a shocking result between Liverpool and Brentford. That's what I heard.
Oh, of course not.
The best part about that was it's the referee's fault. Liverpool lost.
Oh yeah. He said
that is my favourite.
You were talking about penalties.
I'm sorry. I'm not hating. I'm sorry. I was being like, that was a great first goal. I was bigging up his first goal. Not my fault. He's obviously look. He's old. He got confused. He put it in the wrong net. Look, it's not his fault.
So why do you not like Vardy then? Yo, Boris, why don't you like Vardy?
I don't not like him, but I mean it was a beautiful first goal, and I'm not gonna lie. Anyone would fucking take the mick out of a goal like that. I'm sorry. Hold on. if Mohamed Salah, if Romelu Lukaku, if Ronaldo did that, they would be getting ripped to shreds. I'm being quite generous to Vardy, and he should be pleased with that. But I'm being generous.
I'm sure.
I mean, the fact that he scored as well, I think definitely quite.
He got two goals.
I remember Chiellini. I remember Chiellini doing that. He scored an own goal, but scored 2 goals for Italy. It's madness.
Got 2, but Paul, what do you make of Leicester? I mean, obviously they're without Vestager, they're without Fofana and Johnny Evans. They've got a few defensive problems, haven't they?
Do you know what? I haven't got loads to say on Leicester, to be honest, in terms of like I haven't really, not that I haven't paid attention to them, but I'm not very I couldn't like talk about them too much in depth. But yeah, obviously the like you're gonna miss your defensive partnership. I can say that as a Liverpool fan. I mean, I definitely missed our defensive partnership last season.
That's sort of why I went to you, because I was like, they're without their 2 main centre backs as well.
No, but yeah, having missing defenders is a painful thing. It's like missing a family member when they've gone away, and I should know that because my brother's just moved away. But it's hard because they are what makes.
I don't mean to interrupt here, but someone's genuinely just tweeted. Someone's generally just tweeted that the Super League, big news on the Super League is coming up.
Oh,
and it's a reliable source. Send it to
Send it to me.
Yeah.
Right, we're not doing this. That was right. T-Boy says, hello Niall, big up. Can't wait for the show on Thursday. Big up T-Boys. We'll be on the Liverpool show as well. So moving on to the next game. The next one up is Watford Newcastle. That was 1-1 draw. Moving just grace over that one beautifully.
Oh no.
Let's talk about
Jacob Murphy.
We're not talking Watford, Newcastle. Like, no disrespect, but no one really cares. But Chelsea Man City is a game that people care about. Yeah. Charles, talk us through this game. What went wrong? Because you didn't really get a shout, did you? You didn't get a shout.
I mean, before I start, obviously we beat Man City in the Champions League final, so I'm not too fast. But I just want to state a couple of things first. Yes, we were awful. I'm not going to deny that. We were poor. Werner and Lukaku don't work well together. Our midfield was a little bit awful. Our defence wasn't that great. However, let me tell you something. You all are acting like we've lost to Man City. We're 4 games into the beginning of the Premier League and you're acting like you're crying like little bitches. You got fucking Arsenal celebrating beating Spurs like they've won the fucking Premier League. And you want me to be sad about losing to Man City? Nah, I'm quite cool, thanks. I'm chilled. We learn, we move on. We needed this. Chelsea needed this. We got a little bit too big-headed. We needed this loss. We move on. Simple as. We improve. Just don't put Romelu Lukaku and Werner together ever again. Thanks.
Also, FYI, that tweet, that's not big news at all. That's not big news. I was like, am I going to have to bring back the Super League night streams? But no, that was
Loftus-Cheek. Happy Loftus-Cheek. Happy with Loftus-Cheek. I really am. I see potential for Loftus-Cheek this season. If he gets the opportunities, I would like to personally see some potential from him and Hudson-Odoi, going back to the Sarri days where they were actually getting full blown. Obviously, Sarri, the cause of that Loftus-Cheek injury. Yeah, dickhead. But not physically causing it, but I think seeing Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi get back in the team would be really good for the team. Be nice to see them back in the team. Mendy did a good job. I can't actually... Shut up!
I think Dog's got something to add there, Charles.
I can't actually. He's just pissed off. I'm slagging off my team. But I can't fault Mendy. Yes, he let in one goal, but if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna blame Jorginho for that because Jorginho was shocking. Like, what was he thinking?
Oh no!
Like, he's
I
not.
thought Jesus did well to find a space. To be honest, I mean, like it was something
No,
that
but
Liverpool has done quite a lot is work the ball into the box, and sometimes we try and work the ball into the box. Do you know what? I didn't watch the
a
game.
Liverpool goal. It wasn't a Liverpool creative on their own goal. Chelsea made a mistake and you counted on it. That's literally what happened with the goal. It wasn't, like Jesus was literally at the right moment to get it in the back of the net. There was no tricks. There was no, this is magnificent. There was no typical Liverpool style.
Space, to be honest.
It was literally just back. He was at the right place at the right time. That's literally it.
That's what strikers
but
supposed to do.
he's done well to get to the right place in the right time, hasn't he?
I'm not saying that's what strikers aren't supposed to do. I'm just saying it was just a very right place, right time kind of goal. Like, it was a typical goal. Yeah. It wasn't anything like special. We fucked up, and
Yes!
he was there doing his job. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that we messed up, and he was doing his job. Like, we were really poor. I don't really we turned into the City that were at Champions League. It's like we switched. It was awful to watch. But we move on. We've got our next game. We play Juventus, so we'll see. But we move on. It is only the fourth game of the Premier League. I think people need to chill out a little bit. Like, we are only four games in.
You have to accept that if you want to go for Liverpool, then if you fuck up like against Man City, then people are gonna come for you.
I mean, I think the difference is that Liverpool couldn't beat us at 10 men, so they don't really have a stay in anything.
But one minute. They can still say something because you fucked up to Pep, who cannot beat anyone. Like, this man.
Okay. Hold on. And let's be realistic. I would rather lose to Man City than draw with Brentford.
Yeah, but
anything else.
I'm not saying what you'd prefer. I'm just saying
if it's turning into a Liverpool thing, though. I
don't know, but all I'm gonna say is that if you're gonna give it to like another team, if they want to come back at you for this, then
that's fine. They're just not gonna win. But yes, they are more than welcome to come at me. They just won't win.
Drake says happy for your loss. You'll keep floundering. Chelsea out of the top four will be mad. Nice.
Yes.
Wait till
I don't really know how.
He's an Arsenal fan. Hold on.
There is absolute scenes. Our new 5-star is coming on nicely. But I want to one minute. I want to.
Mikel Arteta was going to turn into prime fucking.
There is a full blown fight going on. But I want to move on to the other guys. What about the rest of you? Were any of you surprised to see Chelsea lose this one?
I'll go because I need to go soon. It's watching the game. I wasn't surprised that Chelsea lost because they were awful. Like, I think the only good players there were Mendy and Timo Werner. The rest, like, they didn't create enough chances. There were times where I think there was one. I forgot who it was. Someone was in the byline. I think it was Werner, and he's trying to look for support, but players like Kante, Jorginho was just stuck on the halfway line. Like, you ain't gonna get a draw or win the game if you're just gonna be deep in your own half. Like, need to be.
Sorry, not to carry this on, but I mean, our game must mean something on Sunday though, because we play City on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got City on Sunday. I think it'll say something between how how it's gonna go. Are we playing away? Are we playing away against?
Is home. Let's see.
Sorry, look, I'm sorry for redirecting the chat like that. I just didn't like. I just thought that needed to be said.
That's fine because Velv, just remember everything you've said about like Man City and Chelsea game. Just remember you play them on Sunday, and if you think I'm not going to be a judgmental bitch if you don't win, you are wrong. So just remember, you best hope your team win. And it's not aimed at you, Paul. This is aimed at Velvishwan. I have beef with this bitch. But Velvishwan, just remember, you best hope your team wins.
Charles and Velvishwan have always had beef.
I'm not going to lie. Paul's all right for a
to-
Liverpool fan. I'm not mad at this.
Anyway, I've got to go now. So
Yeah, catch you.
Okay, bye, Velv. See you later. Don't
Bye, Velv.
Get out.
Take care. everyone.
Crikey.
Enjoy your shit.
But moving on. Paul, did you manage to watch this game?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I didn't actually watch the game. I had football early on Saturday morning.
To be fair, not many people
I've watched the
would wanna-
highlights on Matchday.
Not many people did want to watch this.
I thought City played well more than
Yeah.
Chelsea played. Chelsea
Yeah.
were poor. I thought if you watch back and watch the intensity of City's game and the press that they inflicted on Chelsea, I thought they quite deserved that win. To be honest.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Kenny?
I didn't see the game, but I was.
Okay, cool. Moving on. Max?
In my as Charles said, it was the mistakes that really cost them at the moment. Jesus gets his second goal, and it was just Jorginho's touch that got Jesus in on goal, and he beat Mendy. So nothing much you can do. And then other than that, it was a bit of a tight affair. So nothing much. Chelsea move on and get on with it.
Dylan says, I'd rather watch paint dry than Chelsea against top 16. And that's the thing, like, Chelsea aren't the greatest team to watch against a big six side. I'll admit that. But it's effective. They get results. And isn't that what we all want from our managers? Like, Paul wants Klopp to be successful. I want Ryan Lowe to be successful.
Yeah.
Kenny wishes that Ollie was successful. Like these are
Kenny wishes could play.
These are the sort of things that we want. So it's not the nicest to watch, but it's effective. But moving on.
I think on Sunday it'll show a lot. The Liverpool
big game Sunday.
City.
Big
I mean,
game. Yeah.
I can't say I don't know how that. Do you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going off topic here. But I just mean like it comes into it a little bit. I mean I'm talking on the Premier League scale here, not just not just Liverpool. I just mean in terms of because people are putting it as like a 3-horse race, aren't they, between us, City, and Chelsea. City beat Chelsea. Can City beat us? Can Liverpool beat City? Can Liverpool beat City?
Yeah. No. It's gonna be an interesting one. This game, it was only really one moment in the game, which was Raul Jimenez scoring his first goal since his return. Instead of talking about the game, because I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. But just how good is it for Raul Jimenez to finally get his first goal since he come back from his head injury?
It's brilliant. I mean to not play. How long was he out for? About a year, something like that.
Yeah,
just under a year.
Just under a year.
It must feel surreal to be able to score your first goal after that much time of rest, and obviously is like yearning to get back on the pitch and a full crowd. It must be amazing. I could see it in his reaction that it meant a lot. And fair play to him. I think Wolves did deserve the win on him.
Yeah.
Saturday. It was Sunday, wasn't it?
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the game. I thought Wolves deserved it really. Southampton went up for it.
Catch you in a bit, Wolf. Catch you in a bit.
In a bit, Wolf.
The comments have just been moving mad. It's why we haven't been able to put many up. I'm trying to get the good ones. Martial fan alert. Jesus Christ. But yes, Martinez dancing in front of all your plastic fans after Fernandez missed. But yeah, that was that one. Moving on, and it's a game I want to talk about now. If you look at the far part of the goal down there, that was in fact the spot that Bruno was to take his penalty from. And then if you look, you see where that little United logo is, right at the top, right? So you see that bit there.
Yeah.
Right. If you look up there, that is where the ball ended up. The ball went past the Stretford end, over the roof, and into space. Get rid of the score on the screen. I can't do that, I'm afraid. But Kenny, talk to me about this one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer takes you to a 1-0 loss for the second time in 1 week, but this time to Aston Villa.
Listen, I don't think either team really played well. It's not me. I don't know who it is. But I don't think either team really played well. I know a lot of people say that Villa was really, really good. They weren't. They were just okay. We were just shocking. We had a load of shots, but none of them really created chances apart from I think one, which was wasted. That was a penalty, which is now, of course, NASA searching it. I think, I mean, the aliens have found it, I think, probably by now. But honestly, it's I think Villa's goal, it was offside because it was impeding the hair, but you can't have that excuse. It's Aston Villa. You should be beating them anyway. This should be like. This should be a game where I'm saying they should be offside because the hair could have kept a clean sheet and we win everything anyway. Because honestly, that performance from United was absolutely shocking. We didn't deserve a point. I think Villa at least deserved a point. We did not deserve a point. And I thought they deserved to win. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, honestly, I've defended him so much. And honestly, he's shut up, DC. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's taken us to as far as he can get. He needs to go now. Whether I know a lot of the times before I said, we could.
Who would you bring in, Kenny?
What?
Who, if Ole was to come out now, who would you bring in?
Well, that's
just a question. Just out of curiosity. I don't mean it as like I'm just genuinely curious.
That's a question, but I think being United has an advantage because we can basically go in for most managers in world football.
Name one.
Pep Guardiola.
No, who do you want that you could realistically get?
Pep Guardiola. If he resigns from Man City, I think we could.
I'm being fucking realistic now.
No. If he left,
Yes, and if Beyonce was single and I was straight, I'll shag her.
All right.
Now,
okay.
Answer the question. Realistically, who can you get?
Graham Potter. Right.
Graham Potter.
Okay.
Antonio Conte. Just throwing that name out there.
It would be a absolute shit show.
I mean, he's a title-winning manager, isn't he?
The reason it would be a complete and utter shit show. United do not have the players at Old Trafford for Conte football, so that means you're going to have to do a complete rebuild. Get rid of half of them attacking players, the likes of Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, Bruno. All of them have got to go, blood, because you're going to have to go get someone like Lukaku.
They have
you're going to have to get a big number 9 like a Lukaku to sort that out. I mean,
you're probably more tactically I mean, in this sense, in a United context, you're probably a little bit more knowledgeable than me. So
I just think
it's just a name. It's just a name thrown in there. It wasn't like Take it with
No,
a pinch of salt.
you're right though. He would win them trophies, but that club would be it would be very similar to Jose. He would win
Exactly.
them like
That's what I was thinking.
It would win them like a Europa League, a League Cup, or an FA Cup, or stuff like that. Then, after all of that, it will go sour at some point, either between him and the board or him and the player, and then he'll have to go. Then United are going to have a brand new rebuild with a new manager, new philosophy. It would not work if they need, because Ollie has done the right thing in my opinion, because the team he has assembled is a good team and it could play good football. He just can't get that football implemented. So what you need to do is you need to find a manager who can implement the football that United want, which is clearly attacking football, but has the ability to win. So that's what you need to do. And those managers are difficult. Pep would be one, Klopp would be one, Tuchel would be one. All three of them are taken by other clubs at the moment. So it's a really difficult position. I said on the stream, I said it on Munsey Talks Premier League earlier. A big shout out to them as well. I said, you can keep Ollie and win a league title. You can win a Champions League with Ollie. One simple way of doing it. What is Ollie? So Ollie is one of the best man managers in the league, right? One of the best, right? Everyone praises him. He's got Pogba playing football. Everyone loves him as a man manager, right? What's the one thing he's weak at? Tactics. He's tactically inept. So what do? Well, you go out and find an assistant manager who is bloody good on tactics. You find a really tactically astute assistant manager.
Alex Ferguson. Pulling the strings like that.
No, but maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe Ollie, because Ollie can still be the manager, because for me, the manager doesn't need to be good at tactics. As long as you've got someone within your coaching team or your assistant that's good at tactics, your manager doesn't need to be good at tactics. He needs to be aware of them, and he needs to be somewhat tactically astute. He doesn't need to be amazing. But for me, I just think if you get an assistant manager who is tactically aware, can implement good tactics, you leave Ollie to do the man managing, the press, the setting up, the formate, whatever, the picking the team. That's fine. I think Ollie can do it. But I think if you want Ollie to then do a tactics, I think that's where it goes wrong. So I think if you brought in a tactically astute assistant manager, and that's not the only change I'd make, I'd sack both the coaches straight away. McKenna and Carrick can fuck off, and bring in two world-class coaches. You bring in two world-class coaches, a tactically astute assistant manager, Ollie wins the Premier League and the Champions League at United, and he has a long, successful career. Unless he does that, all of them are going to get sacked at some point in the near future.
I thought we might make Ollie a coach.
No, that would be a terrible idea because he can't coach. Drake says, great video on Ramsdale. Arsenal by far the greatest team in the 7 Seas.
Shut the fuck up.
Should have come on sooner. Ollie Sexuals comparing Ollie and Fergie should be banned from watching the sport. Conte would win them trophies, but he wouldn't do the club any favours. Man U trash, Chelsea trash, cup team. DC I respect you now. Please stop hurting my club.
Never.
Really not.
He's not a great player. He's a lazy player.
Are you ready for some football on Monday night? Eagles. Yes, they've just drew. But Charles, what
are we going to start slagging Man U off? Because all I've heard is a gentleman's debate on how we're going to make Man U better. Let's fucking slag them off. They were shit. I am about to get started here.
I was saying how United could improve and how Ollie could win a Premier League title with United.
And I was saying, literally just saying that green pigs fly. Green pigs fly as well.
But there is United fans and there are football fans in the chat who would actually be fairly interested in that, because a lot of people don't think Ollie can win a trophy. I'm saying Ollie. Well, I've just said he can, and I've just implemented the way he can.
No, I know. Well, I mean, I don't know. I switched off. I was watching EastEnders. It was more entertaining right now. My bad. No, I mean, they were shit. Bruno Fernandes, man, what the hell has happened to that man? He was a grown-ass man before Ronaldo turned up, and now he's a timid little boy. Like, he kicked that football like it was a rugby ball. He kicked that ball like he was ready to score a try.
I think it's a bit early to
He
determine
looks
that.
like
I mean, that
he
was a
looks
bad penalty.
like,
Like, but I don't know whether he's a timid little
Let
boy.
me finish slagging him up. Let
Yeah,
me finish
yeah,
slagging him off first. Let me finish slagging him off. I have waited through the gentleman's debate. I'ma slag him off now.
What do you mean, gentleman's debate?
He literally looked like he'd run.
Niall
No.
had a valid opinion.
You're allowed an opinion
Let
after
Charles
I've
speak.
waited long enough. I
Guys,
have waited long enough.
One at a time. Let Charles.
Thank you. I was speaking before you interrupted, but we won't go there. But anyway, as I was saying, as he kicked the ball like a try, like he'd run down the whole pitch and just wanted to get a try, dickhead. It was poor defensively. It was poor in the midfield. I mean, when you've got Fred, it's shit anyway. I mean, Ronaldo, if looks could kill, Bruno Fernandes would be 6 feet under, put it that way, after the penalty. He would be 6 feet under. As for Ole, I'm pretty sure Ronaldo ran straight to the board with his little phone onto Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson, they didn't let me take the penalty. Can you please get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fired? That's what he was doing because he's a little bitch, but okay. My solution here is still right. Is the fact that getting Ronaldo won't change anything when you have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You have Fred in the midfield. Fun fact: you need creativity to get the ball, and the only person that's creative is Pogba. And Pogba can't thrive when he has Fred by his side because Pogba needs someone who's on his level.
I mean,
like
Bruno
when him
Fernandes is
and
creative, though, isn't he?
Oh, so I just get interrupted again, do I? Okay.
Well, no,
but,
he's just saying Bruno's also creative.
I mean,
I hadn't got to Bruno yet. I hadn't got to Bruno yet, but okay. Just jump the gun, but okay. But I'm just stating the fact that you basically have Pogba, who needs creativity to be able to give the ball to Ronaldo, but he only has Fred, and Bruno Fernandes is talented, yes, but at the minute seems to be struggling. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, defensively it was just poor. De Gea, just poor. Everything was pretty poor with Man United.
I thought De Gea had a fairly good game. He was just unlucky.
Well, I meant the poor about the goal. I meant it was poor about the goal.
He was just he was unlucky in that.
Well, that's what I mean. Poor, unlucky, same thing.
I think it was it Watkins that was stood in front of him?
Yeah.
But I'll go to you next, Paul. What do you make of United at the moment, and can they realistically win something with Ollie? Was what I was getting at somewhat making sense to people?
I mean, it's a long spoken debate, isn't it? How long Solskjaer been in the job now? I think he's been in the job for about
3.5 years.
Yeah, about 3.5 years. I mean, it's getting to the point now where you have got to think about it, and I think you make a point about him being a good manager, but maybe not so tactically astute. So I do understand that point of view.
Because we've seen it before, haven't we? We've seen.
I mean, he's been at the club for what, 3.5 years now. I think. I'm not saying all United fans, but I think the Premier League is kind of latching on to he may do something. He may just give him a little bit more, just a little bit more time. I think that's the thing. And if he doesn't deliver in that little bit of time, then you've definitely got to start asking questions.
Do you think he needs to change his team around him? Do you think he needs to bring in a more tactically astute assistant? Does he need to replace his coaches? Because for 3.5 years, he's got world-class players now, mind you, and it's still the same crap.
No, he has. And
there's
do you know what? That's definitely something to. That's definitely something to. Again, something to think about. They have got world-class players.
Yeah.
And they should really be beating. They should really be beating Villa, but it's only early into the season.
Exactly.
We are only 4 games in, to be honest.
100%.
So
6 actually.
I mean, are we 6? Sorry.
Yes,
6.
this is match day.
Sorry.
This is match day 6.
Match day 6. That's mad. Sorry,
yeah, we got international break coming up. We've got international break.
Have we?
Soon.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that next week or the week after? That's the week after, isn't it? We got City on Sunday.
I think so. Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, bringing in Ronaldo. I don't know if that was kind of just a bit of a statement signing, just to get the fans on the side. Oh, City were in for him. Let's bring him back. That isn't necessarily what United needed. That's another very big personality into a team full of personality. I think maybe they should have looked at buying a midfielder when they've got the likes of Donny Van de Beek there. You don't really. They didn't have to spend that money on Ronaldo, but it's probably he could have well gone to City, and then the fans would have been the fans then would have been looking at the United board and the manager and so on and so forth. Why are we going for Ronaldo? It's a glamour sign, isn't it?
Yeah, they were in a difficult position because do you let Ronaldo go to your biggest rivals? Well, not your biggest, but one of your biggest rivals, your locals, like Carlos Tevez. But even then, you shouldn't have to because Ronaldo, if he cares about Manchester United, should look at City and go, "Nah, I'm all right, thanks." If he cared, right? I bet your ass. Well, Steven Gerrard did the exact same thing. Could have had his head turned by Chelsea, decided not to, Liverpool stayed loyal to his club. Very similar to United. Ronaldo could have gone to other clubs, maybe would have had to take a hefty pay cut, but he's a rich man, right? He's got money. No one here is saying Ronaldo don't have money. He's got the money. So I don't think United should have went for Ronaldo because last season scoring goals wasn't their issue. What their issue was what
stability.
United's issue. Exactly. United's issue was controlling a game. And how do you control a game? Well, you control that via your midfield. And United
Fabinho, I think, is a prime example.
Exactly. You look at Fabinho, you look at Fernandinho, you look at I know Chelsea do it slightly different with Kovacic and Jorginho, but that I think you look at all of these and Leicester with Ndidi. I think you look at them and they've all got someone there who can control that midfield. And
they are the fire starters, aren't they?
Exactly.
And like to quote what's the band called? My dad's gonna kill me because I've forgotten what the band called. I am the fire starter.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Ross says football's only been back for 6 games, right? I know.
Oh, Dad, I'm sorry.
Bailey over Greenwood, DC. That's almost enough to get you put into time out, buddy. But no, I do think United were pressured into buying Ronaldo, and when you're doing that's always going to be a bad move. Maybe that will go down as one of my thought videos because I've started doing a new series where I give my thoughts on some of the big ones. So maybe it will go down as one of them.
The Prodigy.
The Prodigy.
That's what they're called. The Prodigy.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
It's all right. But yeah, maybe it'll go down as one of my thought videos.
I'm ashamed, Paul.
Shut up, Kenny.
Absolutely ashamed.
Shut up, Kenny.
Oh.
But no, I
think I'll be saying it's the Prodigy. I know.
I think I'll talk more about United and what they do now and what went wrong over the summer because I do think stuff went wrong. Maybe I'll do that as one of my thought videos. If you haven't checked out last night, I did one on Ramsdale and Harry Kane, so do check that out. And my first one was on Trent and why I think he's one of the greatest ever right backs the world has ever seen. But the last game we're going to talk about is, in fact, what was that, Kelly?
I think United should go in for Trent. Just what could go wrong?
Trent actually has loyalty to Liverpool because he's genuinely Scouse.
Yeah, but what's wrong with
DC says Greenwood's so selfish he's not even good, Bailey Clear. Greenwood is very good. You just don't really understand football, I don't think. But moving on to a North London derby, we'll briefly touch on this. Kenny, argue with your microwave. No, that's what I use to cook my dinners. Once I've, bulk cooked. But Arsenal, North London derby, Kenny. Talk me through this game. Arsenal, credit to them, they were excellent, but Spurs were woeful.
Yeah,
I think first half Arsenal. Sorry, I'm sticking with that accent there. I think first half Arsenal were much better in the second half. Both halves they were relatively better.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Spurs is that even when they were 3-0 down, I didn't notice they were attacking whatsoever until Brian Gill came on. That was just because Brian Gill just brought this sort of new energy with him every time he got the ball.
Yeah.
And it would just burst forward. Before he came on, there was none of that. Spurs were just pissed ball. I don't think Arsenal were even that good after they scored the third goal. I think there were chances for Spurs to really get back into the game. Because, let's be honest, Spurs have already done to themselves before, where they've, by West Ham, in the last 10 minutes that was as well. Spurs' goal was in, I think, the 81st minute. They could have still got some up from that game. I know Moore hit the post later on. Credit to Arsenal. They played well. Shut up, DC.
Greenwood is the best youngster in the league.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the third or fourth. But I think Arsenal, credit to them, they played well. I think you can clearly see they just had more passion than Spurs on the day. The next game is ironically Brighton away, which I think Brighton will get Brighton away. So I mean, it's the same thing again, isn't it? But I think Spurs just need this. I think Espirito Santos. I just don't think he's the right man for Spurs. I think he's a decent manager. I just think with Spurs, that sort of tactics, that game was just awful.
Well, no. Tactically, they were shocking. Arsenal like to play with wing backs and they like to get the ball out to their wingers. Spurs, knowing that, then go to a narrow 4-3-3 and play Ndombele and Dele Alli with Højbjerg sat in behind them. There's no width there. There was no one tracking their runners, and Arsenal was getting a shit ton of space in the wing, on the wings and in the half spaces.
He just didn't look like they were bothered, to be honest. At times he did,
but then Nuno countered that in the second half, didn't he? He countered it back in the second half. In the first half, they went narrow 4-3-3, countered it in the second half, went to a 4-2-3-1, and they looked a lot more balanced. You had Skip and Højbjerg as sort of as your double pivot. He put Ndombele further forward, put that in essence, push Kane further forward. Then you had Son and Moyo on the wing.
Yeah.
What I don't get is why he didn't start with that, because that seems a better solution than playing a narrow 4-3-3 and getting Kane to
that's probably something we can't answer for definite. That's probably something that Nuno and his coaches. I mean, you've got a point about the second half being more balanced. I'll agree with that. Yeah. I mean, the first half though they were dire. They were woeful. Like they just didn't seem bothered. They just didn't seem like they wanted to play. I mean, I think it was Saka's goal, or was it whose was it? I think it was like Arsenal's second or third goal. I think you've got Højbjerg and Ndombele, but they on the attack. Arsenal are threatening and they're just trotting around. They're just walking about. And then at one point, Arsenal are through on goal and the midfielders are nowhere to be seen. And they're not. And at times, they don't look like they want the ball. They didn't look like they wanted the ball. This is more the first half. But it just didn't. It's been a fall, Tottenham, I think. I mean, from the Champions League final in 2019, it's just been a gradual slope down, and it's disappointing, to be honest, because I think Tottenham are a relatively big team. Like they are a big team. They're classed as one of the big six. I don't know now, but they were. Like they were obviously like the contenders for the Super League.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. I was expecting good things after the Champions League final for Tottenham, but obviously the it turned sour with Pochettino. Well, not that it turned sour, but it just the cycle ended really, and they didn't make the right decision with appointing Jose Mourinho. And I guess it's just living learning. It's just a fact of. I say this a lot, but it's the fact of a new manager, new project.
Yeah, I think it could have worked out with Poch if they had decided, look, we'll just take the hit on this season, we'll back him again in January and then just rebuild. I think Spurs needed a rebuild, and I didn't see why they couldn't do that rebuild with Poch and just take one hit on a season.
Would it be crazy to see that Spurs should drop Keane just for a few
Well,
games?
no, it wouldn't. I think everyone says that, to be fair. But I want to go to Max on this game briefly, and then we'll do Team of the Week and Forward of the Week. So Max, talk me through this one.
I mean, well done for Arsenal, to Arsenal, for getting more than one goal in a fucking win. Congratulations to you. Spurs were absolutely. Spurs tried to play more direct without the C and the T, and they did that. So shut up, Dylan. And DC never mentioned Aaron Ramsey's name again.
That's good, to be fair.
Shut up, Kenny.
It is.
Arsenal. No. Smith Rowe. I want to have a chat about him. He was brilliant in this game. Probably one of the best performances I've seen from him. Brilliant passing.
Definitely.
Yeah, right place, right time as well for the first goal. Brilliant build-up play with Aubameyang. Very, very good stuff from him. Saka as well. He had a very good game. Had a standing ovation from all the Arsenal fans when he came off. Aubameyang finally got a goal from there as well. So a very good game from Arsenal. Spurs just didn't. They just didn't do anything. They just didn't do. Okay. This is the problem with Kenny. Anyway, but yeah, great performance from Arsenal. Smith Rowe, brilliant.
Yeah.
Every single player on Arsenal's team was actually brilliant. Ramsdale with the last minute save, that was brilliant. So well done to Arsenal and Spurs your shout.
Matt says, I told you so. Kane hurts their team performance. They're always like sacrificing their performance for Kane to break a record. Spurs mess started with him coming back. He did come back far too many times. The wins that Spurs had this season were lucky. They could have even lost with the way they have been playing. Yeah, I agree. Watford, they could have lost. Wolves, they could have lost. Man City, they were very lucky, weren't they? But yeah, no, I do hear that. Right. Moving on. Let's look at briefly the league table before we do Team of the Week. So Liverpool, top of the league. And have remained top of the league.
Top of the league. Liverpool for now.
Actually, it remains as it is because Brighton are still there with 13 points now, but their goal difference keeps them 6.
1 point.
Palace go up to. Well, Palace also stay where they are in 15th. Top of the league is Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea are both above Manchester United, who will be knocked out of the top 4 next weekend. Everton, Brighton in Europa League spots with West Ham in Europa Conference League. Spurs and Arsenal level on points and level on goal difference in 10th and 11th. And finally, bottom of the league is Norwich with Burnley 19th and Leeds United in 18th. Tough start for Leeds. But as I say, I want to do Team of the Week and Forward of the Week once it all starts working again.
There you go, DC. I did something about it.
I know who's going to be Forward of the Week. I just know it.
Well, basically, Forward of the Week can be any manager, just one of them.
Manager? I know who I want to.
But we'll do that at the end.
The one thing I noticed about Bruno's penalty, though, the thing I've noticed is he didn't do his hop skip jump. That was quite funny.
Bruno's
It's quite funny the way he didn't do his hop, but that's fine.
and then moving on. Right. Sorted.
Nice.
Oh, there's something in that. So, right. Starting with goalkeeper, I'll start us off. I'm going to go Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale had a great weekend.
I agree.
A great game against Spurs. Everyone going for Ramsdale? Excellent. Love to see it. Right.
Kenny, what the is that Kenny?
Right back. Who are we going for?
I
have no idea. Right back.
For Brighton, Velv.
That is genuinely quite a hard one.
Who's Brentford's right back?
I thought for Brighton,
I don't necessarily. They won't. He had an alright game, but I didn't watch him, so I can't really vote for him. Tomiyasu, yeah, but I don't want it to just be all Arsenal.
They improved, yeah, but like they not all of them, not all of them.
Would you say Tomiyasu? Would anyone say Tomiyasu?
I would.
Well, he's the only option I have in my head at the minute, so you know. Apart from Brentford's right back, of course.
What about Coleman?
How good was Veltman? What? Coleman?
Veltman, he was decent. He got an assist.
What, for Everton?
Coleman for Everton was decent. I thought Veltman for Brighton got an assist.
Coleman's a good shout.
Yeah, I'll go with Coleman.
No, it wasn't Coleman. It was Ben Godfrey, and Ben Godfrey had a good game against Norwich.
Okay, Ben Godfrey, and then I don't know who it was, but he had a good game.
Yeah. I'd say Ben Godfrey. I thought he had a great game for Everton. Kenny?
Yeah, Ben Godfrey.
Max?
Godfrey.
And Paul?
I think Ruben Diaz gets in there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Well, probably in the centre back position.
Are we still on right back? Sorry.
Yeah, Ben Godfrey played right back for Everton at the weekend.
I mean,
so I just picked him.
I didn't watch the game, so I can't really give an opinion.
He looked good, and for me, he looked solid. Kept Norwich's left side very quiet, and yeah.
I mean, if everyone else is in agreement, then
yeah,
it's 3-1 here, isn't it? So
it was either him or Tomiyasu, and I didn't really want to put an entire 11 of Arsenal players.
I mean, if they've played well, and we vote for them, it's democratic. It just means Arsenal played well.
Yeah, but I'm not ready for that.
Not just yet.
Centre back pairings. I'm gonna go for
Diaz,
yeah, that's a good shout.
Definitely has a good game.
Konza didn't really do much, because he didn't have anything to do.
House.
Yeah.
House was good.
That was great movement, by the way, for his goal. Great movement.
No, yeah, that was definitely great movements.
I love him.
You can't put a Brentford centre back or a Liverpool centre back in there, but I mean, that just goes without saying.
David Luiz.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna say Diaz and Courtney House or Horse, whatever you call it. Horse. Okay. I'm gonna go for Courtney Horse and Diaz. What about you, Kelly?
I'm gonna go for Konza
House.
I second House and Diaz.
And what about you?
Yeah, I third. Diaz and House.
Let's go.
Diaz.
He's the one left out again.
Fuck's sake, I can't believe what I see where there.
Courtney Horse. Left back. I thought Tierney had a good game. Linked up really well down the left-hand side for Arsenal.
I just want it to be the one Arsenal player. What about Digne?
Had an alright game.
I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tierney. What about you, Kenny?
I'm gonna go Digne. I thought you had a good game.
Digne? Okay. Max?
I'm gonna go Tierney as well.
Paul?
Yeah, probably have to say Tierney.
Tierney gets him. Excellent. I thought he had a really good game, actually.
Kenny's washed. Kenny's washed.
The three central midfielders. This is gonna get interesting. I'm right. So my first one, I'll go first. So my first one is Curtis Jones. I thought he had a good game. Oh crikey.
Bruno.
Absolutely not.
Shut up, Kenny, man. I swear, if you say Bruno, I will actually get Velv to come round to you.
So Curtis Jones had a good game. I watched. To be fair, I watched the first half. Conor Gallagher had a good game, so I'll pick Conor Gallagher.
What about Janelt for Brentford now?
Janelt.
Actually, I want to see who played for Brentford.
Yeah, he had a good game. I'm going to go with them three. So Curtis Jones, Conor Gallagher, and Janelt. Kenny?
I second that.
All three of them?
Yeah.
Max?
Do you think, mate?
I'd definitely say Jones.
Yeah.
I'll probably put... Where is Pin? Well, I don't know whether Pinnock's is a midfielder or a centre.
No, he's centre back.
Right. Is Weiser a midfielder or is he a centre back as well?
Who?
Weiser, Brentford.
I don't know. Google it. What were you going to say, Paul?
Does any of the City midfielders get? Do you think?
Oh, that's a good shout, actually.
Don't think so.
Foden, did he have a good game?
I mean,
forward.
I didn't see a lot of
I
them.
heard he was quite good. That's what I heard from my city.
Who, Foden?
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm going to take out Connor and I'm going to put in Foden.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Foden. Kenny, are you still going Connor or are you moving to Foden?
Still going Connor, I think.
Connor, okay. Max, have you finally decided three central midfielders?
I have. I figured out Weiser as a forward. But okay.
Right.
I've gone with Pinnock, Janel, and Conor Gallagher.
Okay. You do know Pinnock was a centre back, right?
I'm lost in my Brentford shit, man.
You go with Jones. You said you go.
Yeah,
with
just
Jones.
go Curtis Jones.
Oh yeah, Jones.
Right. What about you, Paul?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Jones, Foden, Janelt.
Yeah. So Curtis Jones is definitely in there.
How you?
And then we've got Janel is in there as well.
Just like to point out very quickly that none of you have commented on the River Plate shirt that was delivered today.
I know. I spotted it. But then I didn't realise it was River Plate, to be fair. It looks decent though. We've got an issue. Both Conor Gallagher and Foden are level on points, so I'm gonna go for Foden. Nah. We'll just go with ice who pass every vote. But yeah, it looks decent. For the right wing. Oh fuck. Right
Salah.
wing.
I thought Salah had a good game. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I thought he did well to get into space. For those, well, it was it 2 goals? I think one of them was disallowed, but I mean, he had a few good chances, and the anticipation of the ball.
Yeah,
I thought he did well, link up
Salah's-
play and all that.
Salah's a good shout.
Canos.
Canos.
Two shots.
Townsend
I would
got
have
a
said
goal.
Salah or Saka.
I think Jesus gets in there. Jesus, Salah, maybe.
He died hundreds of years ago.
I would have said Smith Rowe, Tony, and Salah from our front three.
Smith Rowe, right, is going on my left for me.
Yeah, Smith Rowe, Salah, and Jesus.
I made a good decision.
Salah and Ronaldo.
There wasn't really.
Where's Gabriel fitting into this team of the week?
He's
Gabriel.
not.
Nah, actually, I replaced my vote. Gabriel over Diaz. Who agrees?
Gabriel. Oh no! I shouldn't contribute to that.
That's what, like 500 less Arsenal fans.
Oh, do you know what? I need to watch that debate back. You know, the Gabriel debate. I haven't actually watched it, but
Yeah, I can't think of anyone but Salah. I'm gonna go Salah. Everyone in agreement there?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll go with Salah.
Okay. On to the left, I think everyone would agree Smith Rowe.
Yep. Most definitely. Brilliant game.
Smith Rowe. And up top, Antonio is a good shout. Jesus is a good shout.
Vardy as
That's what I
well.
mean. So Vardy, yeah.
Vardy.
So you got Vardy, Jesus, Antonio straight away. 3 screaming out to me. Aubameyang, he had a good game.
I think even what Max says, even Ivan Toney has a fairly decent game.
Ivan Toney.
He got an assist. But he didn't get any goals.
Raul Jimenez.
Raul Jimenez, that's another good one.
Ronaldo.
We've got so many good chances now to choose.
I'm not going Ronaldo. Oh fuck! So it's between for me Jesus, Antonio, Jimenez, or Aubameyang. Oh my god!
I mean, it's up to you. You're the.
I'm off with Aubameyang, me.
I thought Antonio was better than Jesus.
This may be just because I feel for him and everything he's gone through, but I'm going to go Raul Jimenez.
Yeah,
but that's my vote. What about you, Kenny?
I thought that Antonio had a really good game, but I was thinking Jamie Vardy.
Okay.
Jamie Vardy. Why did you say it like
Max?
I have gone with. I know Raul Jimenez has been through a lot, but I've gone with Aubameyang.
And what about you, Paul?
I mean, not to be biased, this is only a shout. This is only a shout. But I thought Diogo Jota had a fairly decent game as well.
He had a good game.
I thought he was good, but obviously there was.
So we genuinely have a 4-way tie.
Let's see
Paul, are you going down for Jota? Yeah.
I just wanted to mention him, to be honest. I mean, it was good to get a goal. I thought he'd done well, but
yeah. Who do you want to go for?
I mean, you're probably gonna hate me, but Jota.
Okay, Jota. So I'll let the comments decide on this. The first name that I see out of Aubameyang, Jimenez, Jota, and Antonio. Vardy, I mean, we'll pick it. And they can't be on the stream in the panel, for obvious reasons.
Time to get out. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did. And now if you put something in there with something along the lines of TV, yes, you will be.
I don't know. We'll come back to it. Whilst I let the chat decide that. If not, we'll. I don't know. Fuck knows. Forward of the week though. Whilst I wait for the chat. By the way, chat, we need you to pick out Raul Jimenez, Aubameyang, Jota, and Vardy. But forward of the week, I am going to go for just the whole of Tottenham. That was the most shambolic performance I've ever seen in my life, from all of them. What about you, Kenny?
Ole Gunnar, fat Solskjaer, like piss off, man. You fucking knobhead. But seriously, you just fucking shit, man. But you know.
Okay. Max.
I don't know anymore.
Oh, Maximus has gone Aubameyang, so it looks like we're going for Aubameyang.
Yay!
Ryan Lowe.
Mustafa said Vardy as well. Just too late, mate.
Yeah,
Jesus.
just
Oh, you had so much time, Mustafa Nash.
Just.
You had so much time.
Max, who is your forward of the week?
Is this player or manager?
It could be anything you want.
Ole, choose Ole.
Oh, cheers, Dylan.
Yeah, whoa. Dylan hit it on Max.
That's the
Dylan,
second.
Are you gonna pick a forward or we can? Kenny, can you do me a favour and shut the fuck up? Thank you.
I don't know.
You just gonna?
I'm gonna have to say Bruno here.
Okay, cool. And Paul?
Forward of the week.
Choose Ole.
Forward of the week, yeah.
Forward of the week.
Choose Ole. Choose Ole.
To be fair, I don't know whether I will say Jota, to be honest. I don't want to be like...
No, forward of the week. Forward of the week. Fraud. Yeah.
Oh, fraud. Oh,
Choose Ole. Choose Ole. He's Ole outward. Ole out.
Kenny, shut up.
I'd probably say Tottenham first half. Or
Spurs.
Manchester United.
Yeah, Spurs is a good shout.
He's Man U or
like,
Spurs here.
Looks like Spurs it is. Dylan says, can he 1v1 me on FIFA?
I think
I'll beat you.
Lovely.
Hey, go on.
We're going to wrap it up there, I think. We'll be back tomorrow. Now, I think those Champions League is back tomorrow. United will only be there for the group stages, so we'll see them in Europa League.
We're not playing tomorrow.
No, I know you're playing Wednesday. There's Ajax, Besiktas, Inter versus Shakhtar. None of them really interest me. So we will be doing FC Porto versus Liverpool. We're going to do a double watch on. So we're going to do PSG versus Man City, and we're going to do Porto Liverpool.
The one time I want Messi to play well. The one time.
Wednesday we're going to do the early kickoffs again. Don't interest me. So we're going to do double watch along again, which is Juventus, Chelsea, and Manchester United versus Europa League winning Villarreal. Villarreal actually won their first trophy was Europa League, and it was given to them by David De Gea from Manchester United.
Given to them on a silver platter.
I don't know if any of you remember. Dylan just casually puts River Plate. So I think Dylan has spotted the shirt. But before we hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. Follow our socials: Twitter, Let's Talk EPL, Instagram, Let's Talk EPL _, and on TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League. Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Ronaldo is here. It's an L, not an I. Of course, kind of see on YouTube. But this week, hopefully, we'll be doing predictions with Lewis. Hopefully, and Kennedy United fan on Twitch. And I don't know why Max is so perked up all of a sudden.
Where's my invite here?
Max, where can they find you, mate?
Find me on Instagram, MaxTagHD on Twitter at MTHD_official, and here on YouTube, MaxTagHD. I'll be doing another stream hopefully in the future, and I'll be on streams here sometime later this week, hopefully.
Perfect. And what about you, Paul?
Paul Wright LFC on Twitter, where I write for the Copite and also do a little bit for the Anfield Rap, which you can check out.
Perfect. We love to see it. Do go check out everyone. As I said, watch-alongs are tomorrow, so we'll get that sorted. And
Where can we find you, Niall?
Just here. Just normally here.
Just
just always here. I'm always here. Gonna be doing sorting out the team of the week and getting that posted. And then sorting out the stuff for tomorrow. Let's talk tactics ain't happening tomorrow. Everyone was tactical shambles. You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
That was
that's basically there's your tactical breakdowns. You're all pathetic.
Let's talk tactics as well.
Liverpool, United, Spurs, Chelsea, you were all a shambles. Most of you were shambles defensively. One of you were shambles from penalty spot. But Kenny, you wouldn't know about that, would you? Kenny, who missed the penalty this weekend?
Well, it's Penrith or goal, isn't it? Penrith or goal.
No. We scored our last minute. Relying
on penalties against the bottom of the league could never be us.
But Kenny, well, you're right, because you wouldn't be able to convert that penalty.
Nah, but what is it? 90% penalty conversion rate.
On that note, guys, don't forget if you find a Premier League ball in your garden, it's probably from Bruno Fernandes. Bye, guys.
It's present.
Penrith or goal was shit.